Yo, what's up everybody, and good morning. And today I'm going to introduce you to my trophy in Carnivores Ice Age. Before we do, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. And don't forget to follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok pages. And make sure to have more love, support into this YouTube channel, to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, share this to your friends, and comment down below if you like this video. Without further ado, let's go to our trophy. So today, these are my animals that I hunted. This is my first one. So this is the Cenozoic. Just look at that monster. This is named after Roy Chapman Andrews, the American explorer, for the inspiration of Indiana Jones. Look at this beast. Man, it means Andrews ruler living in the middle Eocene period, and it was originated and dug in China, in Asia. Just look at that thing. Looks like a dog, but it looks canine-y. And next up, we are here to see the cave bear. It lived in the Pleistocene in Eurasia in 24,000 years ago, and it was extinct during the last glacial maximum. That bear was known as the short-faced bear, I think, or the Arctodus. If you know this bear, it looks like a carnivorous thing. This is a prehistoric version of a bear. And this is the Brontotherium, known as the Megacerops. And they lived in the Eocene period, and they lived in North America. And they are related to horses and rhinos. Just look at that. Look at its horns. They're like Zulfikar, the Islamic sword. Yes, look at that. Look at that beast. And next up is the Diatryma, also known as the Gastornis. It lives in Europe, North America, and Asia. It lives in the Paleogene period. Maybe this bird was featured in the movie 10,000 BC with its own fierce reputation. Look at that beast. It's so deadly as it seems. Next up is the Duidochorus. This dinosaur, mammal, or prehistoric creature, known as a glyptodon, and it's close to armadillos and lives in South America in the Pleistocene period. Just look at it, guys. And next up on our list is the Hyenodon, also known as hyena tooth. It lived during the late Eocene in North America, Eurasia, and Africa. And they are closely related to pangolins, not hyenas. But why is it called Hyenodon? But it sounded like a hyena. Just look at that fierce creature. And next up on our list is the Indricotherium. Look how big it is. It looks like a giraffe-like rhino. But Indricotherium is also known as Paraceratherium, the hornless rhino. Yeah, it's very tall. Live in the Oligocene, Miocene in Asia. Yes, there are many fossil records that this beast lived in Asia. Next up is the mammoth itself. Well, you look at this elephant. The prehistoric woolly elephant lived in the Miocene epoch in Africa, Eurasia, and North America. This is, the ones featured in 10,000 BC. It was hunted by humans in extinction, and there were three species: the steppe, woolly, and Columbian mammoth. Yes, it hunted down to extinction due to its hide, meat, tusks for fur, or anything. They build shelters out of it. Look at that beast, guys. And next up in our list was the Megalosaurus. Not Megalosaurus, because this is not a dinosaur. It is also known as the Irish elk. And yes, look at its horns. It's very beautiful. And it was lived in the Holocene period, Pleistocene, in Eurasia. It was hunted by humans. Has the similar fate as the mammoth. Just look at that, guys. Look at that. Next up on our list is the saber-toothed tiger, known as the Smilodon. It lived in the Americas, but it lived during the Pleistocene and Holocene period. It's a cat, guys, but its saber-toothed relative, the Thylacosmilus, lived in South America, and it's a marsupial. Look at that. And finally, the Titanus, named after the Titans in Greek mythology, known as the terror bird. It lived in the US in the Pleistocene and Pliocene. Look at that dinosaur bird-like thing. It is dangerous. Wow. It is related to the Forus racos. So cool. Next up is the wild boar. Yes, the giant warthog, or the Metridiocurus. Yeah, I can't pronounce that name, but that looks like the giant warthog. But it's a prehistoric wild boar, similar to Daeodons, lived during the Pliocene, Pleistocene in Africa. Just look at that. Looks like a giant version of Pumbaa, I guess. Next up is the dire wolf. Look at that species of wolf, guys. It is an extinct version of a wolf, but it lived during the Americas in the Pleistocene and Holocene. This is an extinct wolf, but it was revived by scientists that they found the DNA to revive this thing called the dire wolf. Next up is the woolly rhinoceros. Yes, it lived during the Americas. During the Pleistocene, lived in Eurasia during the Pleistocene period. Sorry about that. And this is hunted by humans due to its horns. Wow, look at that rhino. And lastly, but not the least, this is not a prehistoric animal, but this is called the abominable snowman. Say hello to the Yeti. And yes, the Yeti lives in the Himalayas in Asia. It was known as the Eastern Bigfoot. And look at it, guys. Look at that thing. That was deadly. Comment down below on what is your favorite Ice Age animal. Okay, let's go for the ratings, guys. As I can't believe these animals are a lot to hunt. Because we are going to get a favorite. First off, I'm rating the Androsarchus. Let's see. I'll rate it 5 out of 10. Not my favorite. 5 out of 10 too. Not my favorite also. Not my favorite also. Similar fate to the bear and the Androsarchus. 5 out of 10. Well, this is my favorite. 10 out of 10. I love it because this is deadly. 10 out of 10. My favorite because of its ankylosaurid thing. Same to the Diatrima. The Indricotherium was 10 out of 10. Was very hard to hunt and it looks like a giant. 10 out of 10. Mostly my favorite of all the Ice Age animals, the woolly mammoth, hunted by humans during the prehistoric era. I say 8 out of 10. You're closer to be my favorite. 8 out of 10. You're closer to be my favorite. 10 out of 10. Yes, look at that. The giant deer of the Ice Age. I love it. 10 out of 10. Yes, the Smilodon. I love it because of its saber tooth. 5 out of 10. Nope, not my favorite. You look weird. 10 out of 10. Yes, this is very unique to the Ice Age. 10 out of 10. Similar to the mammoth because you're the unique animals that you saw in the Ice Age period. Ooh, this thing does not exist. But I should say 10 out of 10. I love it. Because this guy exists just only in folklore. But look at this, guys. Look at my trophy section. If you want to see it, I will just gonna look at that. Wow. Look at that. These are my creatures. They're so fantastic, guys. Look at that. And that's it for today. Look at that, guys. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching our video about the trophy of my Cenozoic beasts. This is Andy J speaking. See you next time. Now signing off.